Why?
Any second now, we should be live. Come on. Awesome. Good to go. So we're going to talk about time tracking when we get there.
Yes.
But first, we are just going to get our GDKs up today.
Yeah, mine is up to date, but let's see if yours works.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think just see what I'm on. Good. Check out master. I always do this. I know you shouldn't have to or don't need to or whatever, but I always check out master and make sure I haven't got any uncommitted changes before I run it.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping to see is some announcements because the announcements engine hasn't been working for a while. But I might not see any actually because I think there's a file somewhere, not in the GitLab folder, in the GDK folder that says like, what's it say? Like when you last updated, when the last announcement was, something like that.
Um,
And I might have to remove or patch or do something with that. So try and multitask. I think if you'll indulge me, the first thing I wouldn't mind like trying to achieve is the quick action
yep.
to be able to support adding a time log with a category associated. I'll probably regret this, but let me do a note. Let's say add time log, quick action with a category. So we will, what's the word? Manually insert category.
Yeah.
So, right. Specifically, time log categories. Right. So we're fairly sure that the time log create service.
Not really. Let me. I have to remind myself what did.
No, there's the quick action. Issue actions or issue actions. Or spend. Suspend's not in there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so issue a merge request actions. This looks like the one. Add or subtract time. Spend time. Execution. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, cool. So we were trying to come up with some kind of format, weren't we?
Yeah.
Um, and oh God, I just think it's horrible, especially if we're not going to have autocomplete in this POC.
We can still use it to identify the category, so we don't have to mess around with custom. Well, not really custom, but strange logic to detect if
Yeah, I don't know. A part of me really wants to just say, could we just like we we know that this is numeric.
Yeah.
So we know if the second or third, if there's a third argument, it's always going to be the category. If there's a second argument, but not third argument, then if it starts with a number, it's the date, and if it starts with an alpha character, it's a category. The only thing that I think that we would then have to make a break in change, would we, to then introduce, let me just open up a random browser. So if we do like copy metadata,
Yeah.
like it, although because you could use multiple things there, what's a better example? Assign. Yeah, until I do the at, it's not going to bring me up a list of what other ones have I got. Label. Oh, so label defaults to squiggly, but again, until I put the squiggly in, so we absolutely need a prefix if we're going to add autocomplete, and I think we need to add an autocomplete at some point in the future. That being said, no, yeah. I think we have to. Now, I'd like to look at GitLab Docs references. Is that the right terminology? Stone. This isn't going to work at all. Stone. User issue. Trying to find somewhere there's a page that's got all of the different referenceable, like where what an exclamation is this, and
maybe in the GitLab Markdown documentation.
That's good. Hey, here we go. So user or group projects. That's a bit weird. That looks broken to me, but never mind. Maybe it does. Maybe it does simply GitLab org/GitLab. That's probably not a good one to do. Huh. I never knew that one. Did you know that one?
Oh. So that's not a typo.
No. Put in well, I don't even know what that's called. A caret? Is that a caret?
I don't know. It's a major minus.
Oh, greater than.
Yeah.
Issue merge request snippet. This seems to me to be what we're going with.
Yeah, we're out of options.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably not. We could probably come up with the randomest character on the keyboard, but I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is the way forward. And what we, yeah, and it's a little bit painful at first, but once we get the autocomplete working, would we do it? So when you do add contact, which I can't do here, ability. I want one of the ones that, can't demonstrate it, unfortunately. But when you do add contact,
yeah,
it automatically adds this.
Yeah, but that's the first thing that you type.
Yes, it's where you're saying with the time logs, you might not always want to add a category. Is that kind of your point? Or yeah. So how do they know? Or like it's really laborious for them to type. Okay, Let's pretend that you're not going to be using quick actions to add time logs with a category is a bit of an edge case anyway. Should we say that? And actually, normally you would be doing it using this, and then it's got a pretty UI. So actually, even if we don't do the autocomplete, so then that makes me think: should we go back to the forget having a weird prefix and just put the category?
I know that I'm pretty sure that if we go that route, then at one point someone will complain about not having autocomplete.
Okay. But do you know what I mean? If in order to get that autocomplete to fire, you've got to do that and then it fires, that's quite painful, don't you think? Or
That could be painful. I mean, we don't need to get autocomplete right now because that would take forever. But
maybe it automatically, like when you do, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so fine, we'll go with that. We'll go with that because you're right. Even on the MR, if we're doing some crazy, like, is it numeric? If it is, then assume it's a date. If it's not, like,
to be extra safe, you could try to tokenize the string and try to convert the first element to a date. And if it fails, then it's not a date, and try to see if it's a category. But
yeah, whereas I'll have to have a look how this is. I suppose it doesn't matter how it's. None. I don't imagine any of the quick actions at the moment have this kind of challenge that we have with like the optional arguments.
optional arguments.
Well, maybe not optional, but ordered optional arguments is maybe more what I mean.
Okay.
So with this, it knows that every argument is a contact, every argument is a user or a group.
Yeah.
Every argument is an issue. Like, I don't know if there's any other. So Clone actually has a with notes optional argument, but so we could have a look how that's passed, maybe. Let me just see if there's any other interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got a lot of quick actions, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, so that we already know about. But again, it's positional.
Timeline.
So what's this? So for timeline, you add a comment and then optional date. And yeah, but again, it's positional, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a bit confused by this pipe. I think there's a bug in the docs when you say, like, I don't think that should be there. Let me just, is that, it's only for incidents, so I can't even have a look at it at the moment. Yeah, so it was only, what was the one we saw? What was the one we saw?
With comments was the additional.
Yeah.
There, clone.
Yeah. Clone with notes. Yeah. So just see how my what's it's going. So it's finish updating. Can I access it? No. So if I get an error, I've been getting an error, I think, when I do kill for some reason. I don't really know why, but I just ignore it. I don't think it matters. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I always get that as well.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I never used to. I feel like it's a. Oh, SSHD. Well, I'm not sure if I should worry about that because I guess that's only if I'm like trying to do commits and clones and stuff. The fact that it's down is a bit worrying, but
Hmm.
definitely seen this error before.
Hi, Siddharth.
Oh, what's this exploding? Oh, okay, something's trying to listen on the wrong. Where is that coming from?
Right back.
Yep. I had hard coded IP in here as well. I think I can maybe get rid of this now that I'm using that. I think it does like a reverse lookup on the
Oh,
host name, so you don't actually need to put the IP address in there, but I'll put it in there just in case. Okay, everything thinks it started. And SSHD hasn't fallen over yet, so slightly more reassuring than last time.
oh, there's a spend time and date separator.
How do you mean, sorry?
On the code. I saw there on VS Code.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it just uses regex, I reckon.
Okay.
So yeah, so it returns the time, the date. So it takes a spend command argument and separates date and time.
Yeah, because you can. Oh, that's another thing. You can not only pass in the date, but you can also set the time.
Oh, so you mean you could actually have that, and
Yep.
that. So the spend. Which is interesting because the example makes it look almost like that's exclusively what's supported. But
Mm.
so let me just read it. This class spend argument and separates the date and time.
Oh no, it's true. If you look at the regex, it's 4 2 2. So yeah, maybe it's
Yeah. Time. Oh, but then is it? I don't really know what this does. Yeah, this is stripping the date out though, and just leaving you with the time, and then trying to pass that time. So it does actually. Or am I getting confused?
I guess that get time is the time that you're setting, for example, 15 minutes.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, are we alive? Yes, we are. And can we see the repo?
Oh,
I think we can.
Well, at least yours is working.
So spend time and separate merge cross actions. Why has everything got changes? Did I make a change? Yes, I did. Um, so 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 yeah, spend and then the other one was clone, wasn't it?
Yeah, clone.
Clone is only available, I guess, as issue actions. Yeah. So params.
Oh, it's simply checking if there's a dash dash with nodes,
Gotcha.
splitting the params by space.
Okay, fine. I don't think it'll be too hard though, in all honesty. Like, we just check if there's one that starts with square bracket,
Yeah.
category, colon, and go from there. So um spend is pass params. So does pass params modifies
It gets the string and
returns that array, right?
yeah.
Time, date, and then so it returns an array with these two things,
Yeah.
and then they get passed in there. Okay, so we might be able to rename this at some point, maybe to like spend argument separator or something. Do you reckon?
Yeah, probably because it's not only time and date anymore.
Awesome. Oh, so this time we still could have something at the end. So we want to spend. So if there's no arguments, we just return. Great. Date present. We kind of want to get time. Okay, yeah, I see what that's doing. Yeah. I think we don't want this unless so much anymore, right? We now want to maybe say so we got so spend at equals this bit's annoying. So I guess we would say this is good or not.
In the meantime, I'm looking at what we need to change.
Awesome. What we need to change.
to assign the category to the time lock.
Oh, cool. Like, well, yeah, okay. The next bit down the line, so to speak.
Yeah.
So so now I've got to understand how this interesting regex. So I guess we want something like and that's the capture group that we want. And
Ooh.
it's probably wrong. If we have to tell it to not be greedy or to be eager, or should be all right, but I'm sure someone will help us with that.
Never used the regex in Ruby, so not really sure, but
So get time, more time, get date is that. So match rejects.
do we want to support more than one category for each time log?
Wow, how did we create the relationship?
We would need another table.
Yeah, I say no. Yeah, I say no. And again, I don't think we screw ourselves if we start this way. I think we do allow sort of extension, if you know what I mean. If we want to support multiple, like yes, you'd need a table.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So yeah, at the moment, category is a column in, or category ID is a column in the time log table, right?
I was looking at that, and no,
We didn't get that far.
nope.
Okay. So since this is a POC, we'll include that migration in here as well, then, right?
Yes, and actually, let me check the schema because uh, yeah, no, we don't have it.
Is there a nil safe array accessor? Do you know, Mark, off the top of your head?
At
At
yeah.
like, oh, sorry, yeah, I was thinking, but you mean,
Oh,
but
not
at.
that one.
Okay, so A is now. Nope. But I could do ampersand dot, yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Then if A is back to being an array.
The bottom part of your console, I guess the very last line is not visible on the screen share.
Okay, let me just Make this a little bit smaller. Better?
Uh, try to pull it up a little bit more. Oh, okay. That's visible now.
Awesome. We'll see what happens. Right. So, but weirdly, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, perfect. So, yeah, that should. Why did I do that? Still in C sharp world.
Yeah.
Brackets at the end of my method names. Right. So, if there's no arguments, return. If there's a date present and it's not a valid date, then return. Right. Then get the spent at. So we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. And then we get the category. We don't need to. So should I do the same thing for spent at? Should I just make it a method, do you think?
Um, well, spent at is get date.
It is, but with this logic, I think
Yeah.
if date
Would it
present.
be? Can't we
So
just?
if I just return this, if or unless date present,
Yeah.
then change this to spent at.
Yeah. So that's more understandable.
So yeah, we don't really use the get sort of. So I wonder if I should do that while I'm at it as well. Or time spent.
Yeah.
Right. So simples. We return if it's blank. We return if there's a date, but it's not valid. But the way that date present is working at the moment is date regex. Squiggle. What the hell does that mean? I wonder if that's saying
If that doesn't match,
no. I think if it does actually, because it's saying is a date present, and it's only saying yes if the date regex successful. The spent at yeah. So in fact, I'm just thinking I don't even need. I'm tempted to get rid of this and do the same thing. Wait a minute. My brain's just so in here, and where do we do it? At the bottom category. Yeah, we can just do the same here, right? We can use a null safe.
yep.
Like then we don't need to check. I don't know which one's better to be honest, but it seems so. We don't need to. But the valid date.
Return if the date is present and the date is not valid. But uh but at that point, no, it's a little bit different because you cannot change the date, but we could change the category later on if we, for example, specify a category that doesn't exist. And also we don't know that in here.
I can't decide whether I'm making life harder for us here or not. Um, I think I'm making it worse for myself now.
Why the date is valid if, oh yeah, because if it's, okay.
Because we don't need to. I think it was better before. I'm going to undo that. It's not mess with.
If it works, don't break it.
Yeah, pretty much. Date present. Yeah, I just wanted to be consistent because we're doing, but that's fine, isn't it? So, so yeah, in theory, what I've done, if I haven't screwed it, should still like I shouldn't have broken anything, right? That's the theory that I should still be able to log time on an issue and log it with a date and without a date.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a clever thing to do. I know running tests probably would fail because they'd be expecting two things to come back from the array, but three things come back. This will probably it's just a hash, so this will just get ignored, won't it?
Yep.
Oops. I made a mistake of deleting a white space from the end of this line, so it's recompiling. I say recompiling, I know it doesn't actually compile, but it just reloads it all into memory, doesn't it?
Yep.
Come on.
Oh, you killed it.
Order of waiting. All right. Oh, we're getting there. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Awesome. Okay, so that's good.
Okay.
Oh,
A what?
so automatically. Hmm.
I don't like that. Oh, maybe that's because you're missing the uh, uh caret.
Ah. So
And now compile again.
I'm just gonna mute myself while I have some. I feel like some caching might have happened there.
Probably because the drop down didn't show the updated text.
Exactly. Yeah. It's showing the updated text now, but still.
Why?
So part of me wonders whether I care. Um,
Well, not for the POC.
well, Yeah, I guess. Okay, so if I spend 1 hour,
Okay.
fine. If I spend 2 hours yesterday, I have no idea what the date is.
Okay.
And if I spend 1 hour with a category of Bob, failed. Okay.
What did you get out of the
Console, good question. Let's just check what was sent first of all. Yeah, it was exactly what was expected. And the response back, spend
oh, undefined method at for metadata?
So it doesn't return an array, returns a match data. Fun. So so what are we doing for date present? We're doing this. So I'm gonna just pop this in.
Less.
Thank you.
And you also need to change the regex.
Yeah. To be fair, it probably would be quicker. I don't know, to actually do this straight in the spec rather than in the UI. I guess it's nice to actually see in the UI, but like now, technically, I should have to retest all the other scenarios.
True.
Whereas if I'm running the spec, then it should, if there's, well, I'm sure there is.
Oh, one for the separator.
Not really wanting to run like that's, I'd say that's more of a unit testy type one that I'm not fast
Yeah.
at the moment. I'm more interested in the smoky test, I think I'll call it, which would probably be this one or this one. I'm not sure which one.
No, it's quick actions. And probably the nodes spec.
Yeah, so it actually adds, I think this is my favorite one. It's actually creating the time logs, testing. Yeah. So let's do a nice. Ooh, 83. So while we're waiting, ah, and this will have to like compile Gitterly and stuff, I guess. And,
Yep.
um, this has been pretty slow.
Yeah. Yeah, Italy.
Gitterly didn't compile it. She did it. It just
Oh yeah.
started up.
Oh, not yet.
Uh,
Logic go.
wow, this is. Maybe I should not disable cache now. I don't know. Seems to be a lot faster already. Okay. Loaded. Lovely.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I didn't notice? Yeah, it did. Cool. Uh,
This is a different.
it is. It is. Yeah. So this is actually because what is it because of? So I feel like it's actually the thing that's trying to process. Oh, that's interesting. They all. Well, no, I suppose it would. Um, yeah. So it's passing. I think it's actually passing this. This
Oh,
is all good, but when this tries to get processed, which I think is it in like the note create service or I can't remember.
that's inside of time trackable.
But
And
no.
maybe that's because, yeah, the fields are whitelisted.
But then I wouldn't expect. I'd expect it to just drop it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not.
Yeah. So it's add spent time service for merge. You are on an issue though.
I'm on an issue. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't think it uses that. Just go back again. Did it? Oh, this is how to apply commands. So, let's see if I add in spec. Category. Oh,
Hmm.
I always forget what it does. It populates this array or hash or whatever of updates and then passes it to whatever it is, the note create service or something else that then tries to process them.
Yeah, something's calling the add spend time service, or actually the spend the time method on the time trackable, so on the issue itself.
So should I just see if
I
we're
guess
getting in
it's
here or
issuable base service.
yeah, that sounds like where the it would process that array or hash or whatever it is, the updates.
Yeah, because that's shared between both issues and MRs.
Yeah, so it's not actually getting as far as the spend time and time trackable. So you're saying issuable base service.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
And although this is a note that we're adding.
Oh wait. Where did I do that? Because I did. I'm going to have a look at my old MRs.
Oh,
Hmm.
I think it's this that I was looking for.
Yeah, execute update service.
Notable update service.
Yeah.
I know, but is this apply updates? Oh, I find the there's no okay, so that depends on whether the notable presumably is gotcha. Issue update service, merge request update service. So that's how you got to the issuable base service, I presume.
Yeah, because I was I
And it
remember.
should be calling the execute method.
Yeah, but
And it
everything
stored the
is
params.
I nope. Nope. I'm love.
Oh, wait a minute. Update service, not base service, but then you got
Yeah, but you see, everything is created inside of the time trackable.rb concern. There's an add or subtract spend time
yeah.
that's being called by the spend time method. But that spend time method is get. Oh, there's an alias. No, it's
Issues based service. I think this is where I think I'm going down the rabbit hole that you've already been down.
and this is for merge requests.
Okay, I'm definitely going down exactly the same rabbit hole that you went down now.
Yeah, the thing that's strange for me is that spend time is only called from the merge request add spend time service.
So I don't wonder. Other associations handle quick actions. Merge quick actions into params. I think I might know what's going on, but I could be wrong. I think. I don't know. Let me just. I'm going to remove category for a minute. I think it's verbatim merging these params. Spend. I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure about that though. So, quick actions interpret service. It's not there, is it? Interpret service.
There must be something using that spend time entry on the updates.
Feel like it is just.
Oh, common changes. No, that's on the node model.
I'm popping one in here to see if we hit this one.
Apply updates. Execute update service. I guess that's what you found.
I think somewhere it's expecting the hash essentially to be. Can we still? I'm starting to wonder if I'm not hitting my bug because I have to use binding.pri instead. I think it's trying to create a time log. I don't know. I want to say it's trying to create a time log with exactly like the hash, if that makes sense. Although now I'm even more confused because I've taken not that. No, it's still in there. Good. So it's not actually getting this far.
I remember this being a nightmare to find what the flow was.
Yeah, yeah. There's where was that actually happening? No, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. This is me being a muppet. I think. Let me just check this. Because oh no, I have got a note. Okay. No, it's all right. I was gonna say this is gonna be null because if I'm just doing a quick action, it's not gonna create a note, so there's not gonna be a note ID, but I am putting a note in there as well. So okay.
Service. What is that service?
It's quick action service.
Apply updates. Okay, which calls execute update service?
I'm gonna remove that and run it just to see if that. Okay, that's still failing. So that suggests, oh, that really confuses me. So let's, almost suggest that it's not getting its free parameters back from the. Surely it must be getting to there, mustn't it? Are we saying that this is actually erroring out?
Yeah, but I wonder where that error is coming from.
And if it was erroring out, wouldn't we get the error should cause it to explode, but and tell us what the error is and why it is. But
Probably. But
okay, good. So
handle quick actions.
that seems to be returning. The time is not there. And I think I know why that is. I think the way it gets it is by stripping everything else out of the time spent. Yeah, so we get rid of the date, but we need to also I don't know what you do, raw date equals raw date dot g sub category regex. Just oh no, I hate that. Every now and then, I don't know if you ever get it in Visual Studio Code, like terminal, just you can't see.
Yeah, that happens to me as well.
Weird, so weird. Oh, what surprise I've now gone. Insert back, and then yeah, it's lost my. This one. So remembering that I think I've removed spent is 83. So I've currently got this removed, but I'll re-add it. If this passes, which I think it should, then I'll re-add the category back in. Yeah, so that's my fault. You earlier said about adding specs for this. That if we had have started there, then we would have caught that much sooner. Right, we've got what we expect. Although category shouldn't be nil, should it?
Yeah, category should be nil.
Oh yeah, because this isn't specifically the test case. This is the first test case because I'm running all test cases. So go away. Oh, it's died again. Foxy Bing. This one.
83. Yeah.
Well remembered. To
Woohoo! All is passing. Yay. So we now just need to
I'm going to
update the
rerun
table.
it. Now I've updated this and added this back in. I'm going to rerun it, and I'm also going to try through the UI quickly.
And then I guess we just need to update the table and fix
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
But how do you want to see that? Do you want to just see it on the console, or should we just expose that on the GraphQL?
I think for now, again, just being the proof of, if the proof of concept is all I want to be able to do is get the data in,
Yep.
Rails console to create the category, and Rails console to see that the category kind of actually persisted, sort of in or spec, I guess.
Okay.
So this passed again with that commit back in. We'll go through our fun test cases. Should be more patient because this isn't looking good.
It likes to make us wait. That double loading spinner is not good.
I think it's probably, well, yeah, I mean, it still sucks a bit, but I presume there's two different types of link type, like maybe like linked epics and linked issues. Oh, I don't know.
No, I think it's the related to blocked by and blocking.
Okay.
So it should actually be 3.
Wow. Well, okay. Spend 1 hour. Good. Spend 2 hours on the first. Spend 3 hours in a category called Bob. Yeah. And then spend 4 hours on the second in a category called Dave.
Yes.
Awesome. Looks promising. So so we're saying, so this is now getting passed, and where do you think this is getting? Because
It's on, let me find it, time_trackable.rb. On line 92.
okay. And did you figure out, because you found like that
That's the only
but
I've
this
not
needs
separated.
okay, so we're not doing something different for merge requests and something different for
All the same.
issues. Okay.
But you might need
We
to.
define category up here, I presume, as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, part of me wonders why but hey ho, let's forget about that for now. Okay, but then we actually need to add the column.
Yeah.
God, now, unless you're magic, GitLab database migration wrangling. Migration style guide.
Yep.
Regular schema. So migration. Let's get a bit confused. So add category to time logs.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you name it correctly, it does some of the work for you, but probably not. No, yeah. Do you think there's any concern that this table is going to be a big one?
The time logs.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think so. I mean, you could go back and see what you did for the summary.
Yeah, great point. Great point. Add time log summary. Add summary time log. Is it db slash migrate slash?
Where did it go?
Okay then. So it'll be on my old account, won't it? So let's go merge requests. Don't know if they've no, they wouldn't have purged anything off there, I don't think. Too many results to display. I'll probably remove the word time log or something, you know. I can't believe they filter in for just me. I suppose if I filter in the GitLab project, it'll be a lot more performant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. My merge requests search in merge requests. So it'll be off somebody tickets and a bit time. 2 years ago. Wow, since this is also a foreign key though, isn't it? So
Yep.
it's going to take a little bit more. It looks like I just did it as normal migration. Yeah, like no, didn't need to do it as a background or anything.
Yep.
But yeah, if we're adding a foreign key, so what? This is like I'm running it through the SQL console. What? I'm really confused. Oh, okay. Add concurrent foreign key. So just find one that's done it recently. Let's just make a note of that. Here.
I'm actually afraid I'll have to go in a bit.
That's all right, no worries. I probably should as well. It's one of those things. It always takes a lot longer than expected, all right?
Yes,
Okay.
as always.
Now, is it a category? Is it going to be a category ID or
I'm a category ID.
is yeah? Sorry.
Uh, I think it should be time log category ID so that it's more specific and also matches the table.
Yep. No, I'm happy with that. And I presume it's a begin.
I guess so.
And is it called
Oh, it's
schema.rb or structured?
structure.sql.
That's it. Thank you. Time log category. Yep, begin.
Okay.
I'm just going to have another nose while we're there, actually. So we did an ID, a namespace, created, updated, billing rate, billable. Oh, we got both of those, name, description, color. Awesome. Awesome. So comments on category ID is a begin. Yeah, I think that's it really. And then add key. That one out in a second. So time box B. Weird that you have to specify that in the removal. I might try getting rid of that.
Yeah, and I also would not use Cascade.
Yeah. Is the default nullify or
Mhm.
specify nullifier for now? Validate false. Why would you validate false? Maybe that, I don't know.
I'm look. Yeah, it's nullified.
Let me get rid of that one as well for now. So do you really have to put
No, that's just a convention.
that name is too long? I'm sure I've seen that before. Okay, let's try and run a migration. Watch it explode.
Yeah, because you have time logs issues.
Hey. Log categories
And that's not issue ID.
on ID. Or is it time log category ID?
Don't you need to specify which columns from both of the tables?
I'm guessing it maybe just guesses the primary key of the other table.
I guess so.
Let's have a look. Find another random one. User preferences to organizations on home organize. Yeah, I think it's just using the primary key of that table, to be honest.
Yeah.
Add concurrent cannot be run inside a transaction.
Disable DDL transactions.
Really specify the actual migration name. Use up instead of migrate, but eek, if it takes this long on a mine with 10 time logs, how long is it going to take?
No, it shouldn't take this long, even locally. I don't know what it was doing there.
There's adding column, time log category ID to time logs, which is a big int. Then it add constraint, F key, blah, 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 blah. Foreign key, time log category ID, references time log categories ID on deleted set null, valid.
Yeah, it took really milliseconds because it was waiting on the CI database.
Gotcha. And then it did the same in the CI database. Now, does that then allow, does it work if I try and migrate that down? I close my notes? No, there they are. Couldn't see my scrolly thing. I can never figure out if I need to specify that or not. Did it say them? Yeah, there is.
Now you need to use main.
Huh. Interesting. Add in a column. I wonder if this is going to break various other things as well. Like sometimes you have to add it some kind of safe list for like import export, and there's some other weird and wonderful. So do I need to do CI as well? I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do the drop column, did I? I'm only dropping the index. Assuming it's that simple.
Remove column.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then just table name, column name. Again, why would you need to set the
Yeah. Oh.
It seems weird, doesn't it?
Yep.
I suppose no, I don't know. Remove columns. So table is time logs and It's time log. Because we've added this in, I should be able. Oh no, I can't run the down again, can I? Because it
No,
will
because
see that it's already been run, or it
you
hasn't.
you can comment out the add comment from the app.
You've been here and done this, I can tell. Right, so we want to run again. Will I need to run it for both databases?
I guess you do when you specify the version.
So what I will do then, because I don't actually need it on the CI database. I do it anyway. So that added the constraint, but didn't add the column because we commented it out. Same again there. So we can now uncomment that. But now,
The
yeah,
down will work and the up.
because we already had that. Yeah. Yeah, there's so yeah, remove foreign key and remove column. So I should probably spin up an MR almost straight away to do this migration on its own, right? Get that out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the only thing that you're missing now is adding the setting the time log category ID.
Yeah, because we got of course, yeah, we're passing in a string. So somewhere, this is where it very, yeah. Okay, so got that. Got that. Got that. Got that. So, and that was in the time trackable, right?
Yes.
Suspend time. Okay, so yeah, this is where it should. Maybe we do something like aggregate ID. Oh, I guess. And then wherever's so should that actually be that
Time log category ID.
spot?
Oh, I have to run in a minute.
Sorry, no worries.
There's
So,
already find by name on the time log category model.
okay, so
Should be time tracking column time log category.
Is it time tracking? Oh. I'm tracking at a time log. You said there's a find by
Yeah.
name, which is namespace ID.
Yeah.
And we got that.
You have the note ID. From the note you can get the issuable, and from that that's bad.
No, we must have a notable ID or something, right? So we're already related. Catch you later. Yeah, we're already. So I think it'll be self, maybe even.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So let's see if there's any self dot. Yeah, so we've already got references in here. So one by name, so be self dot
project.
Wow, let's have a look. So this is it's going to be a time trackable, which always has,
It's an issue or an MR.
yeah, or maybe a work item. I don't know, but yeah. So I'll always have project dot namespace.
Root namespace, because only root namespaces can have time log categories.
Then a category.
Which
And
will need stripping because you have the full bracket.
So I think we should do that earlier.
Yeah,
we
that's
do that in the strip. Was it called? Separate.
I don't really know. Anyway, I'm so sorry, but I really
No, don't be silly. Really appreciate your time as always. I'll hopefully ping you on an MR and let you know how I get on.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Marco. Catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
So match. Gonna put a breakpoint in here. When those tests I was running earlier, specifically my new one. New one, which was 108. Hopefully I'll hit that breakpoint. I just need to figure out how to. This is getting the whole match. I probably just need to get, I don't know if they call it the group or the result or yeah, the capture group. Google it at the same time. Okay, I've hit it. So yeah, if I do that. Cool. So I just need to change it to a 1. Go away. Breathe again. So let's fix that. So yeah, category ID. Just let's run the spec again. This one. Right, everything passed, but in this one here, with a category, so we need to make sure that category exists. So let it doesn't even need to be an alert, does it? For yeah. Then this, don't care about the note ID. We're going to check that the time category ID. I should have used let after all. ID is equal to let. No. So expected free got nil. So let's have a look if the time trackable is doing its thing. I didn't tell it which namespace. That may or may not be the problem. So spec, more category. So project namespace. Domestic. We'll get rid of. Did I put binding pri in here? Yeah, we'll get rid of that for a second. Rerun that test. broken. I did right back in. Why is that not working? Okay, so let's see if options is populated. It is. So let's see what that returns. Oh, is it just because I am silly and need to do? Yeah. No, still not there. Scory ID. Scory ID. Okay, so, oh, what did I do? Ah, find by name is not returning a single. Um, yeah, that's not ideal, but so it's an array. I guess it'll return top first if there's enough. What happens if I perfect? Get there in the end. Move the breakpoint. Excellent. All right, call that a day, I think. Um, so the spec is checking time or category. So spent time. So Awesome.